Hi everybody, and welcome back to Harry's Music Room. Today's video I will be ranking Bruce Springsteen's studio albums. I have not included EPs, any live recordings. This is strictly full-length studio albums. So we're going to start at the back, work our way up. So the first, and this isn't to say that this is the worst Springsteen album. It's just not my favorite. I mean, I love them. I love them all. I'm going to show you 20 records here. I love every one of them. But if you're ranking, you have to put them somewhere. So, number 20, Human Touch. This came out in 92. It was the first time Bruce released two albums at one time. He released Human Touch and Lucky Tom. Excuse me. And I believe it was the very same release night. I think Guns N' Roses released Illusion 1 and 2. So it was kind of unique. You were getting two bands releasing two albums the same night. This originally came out on a single album. For the reissue for the box set, they put it on two albums, and the sound is just fantastic. Just really nice quality, 180 gram, dead quiet, really, really a nice pressing. Human Touch, there's some of these songs that people say, well, if you'd have taken some songs off of here and some off of Lucky Tom, you could have had one great album. But for me, I'll take as much music as I can get from Bruce. Now, this has got, obviously, the song Human Touch, 57 channels and nothing on, which at the time was a lot of channels, 92. I like the song called Cross My Heart, Roll of the Dice. I saw two shows on this tour. This was with the new band, and I went to a show up in Vancouver, BC, and had really, really good seats. And before the show started, they came out and, excuse me, and gave everybody, or not everybody, but they tossed them out into the audience pink dice like you would hang from your rearview mirror. And they said, during the song Roll of the Dice, we want everybody to throw the dice up on stage. Well, I kept my dice. I still have it, so it's upstairs. But another good song on here is I Wish I Were Blind. So that's number 20. And from there we go to 19, which is Working on a Dream. Working on a Dream came out in 2009. And it's got some songs that I really do like. But as a solid album, I wouldn't rank it up there. I like the song Outlaw Pete, which is about someone who's been an outlaw since the day they were born. It's got humorous aspects to it, but I like the song. I just like the way it flows. One of the reasons I put this album lower is because of a song called Queen of the Supermarket, which is, I just think it's possibly his worst song ever. I like Kingdom of Days and My Lucky Day. And then Working on a Dream's okay. This one, double album, 180 gram. They did a nice job on all the reissues. So, number 18, we're going to go with High Hopes. High Hopes came out in 2014. It's got Tom Morello on quite a few of the songs. They do a fantastic cover of Ghost of Tom Joad. Tom's guitar on it is just amazing. I really like it. I think he adds a lot to the songs that he plays on. Morello actually showed up at quite a few of the tour dates and played. So on this album, we've got High Hopes. We've got a song called Harry's Place. American Skin, 41 Shots, is about a fellow in New York City who was in the doorway of his apartment, and the police shot him 41 times, killed him. And all he had on him was his wallet. He was reaching for his wallet. That was it. So that's a fantastic song. Check it out on YouTube. 41 Shots, American Skin. You can get killed just for living in your American skin. We've got Ghost of Tom Joad, which I already mentioned, and Dream Baby Dream, which is a cover. I believe it's a cover of a band named Suicide, I think it is. But again, another double album. And now we're going to go to number 17, and that is Lucky Tom. This is one that they did not reissue as a double album. It's a single. This has got some good songs on it. If I Should Fall Behind, Leap of Faith, The Big Muddy, I like a lot. Waist Deep in the Big Muddy, and Book of Dreams, Souls of the Departed, My Beautiful Reward. Much better album than Human Touch, which came out at the same time, 1992. And then we have Wrecking Ball, 2012. We Take Care of Our Own. I like that one a lot. Shackled and Drawn is a real good song. Jack of All Trades will be our. This, you got to remember, this was right after the big depression of 2008. This came out in 2012, but things weren't going real well financially for a lot of people, and that's what the Jack of All Trades is about. He'll do whatever he's got to do to make it, to survive, and then we've got the song Wrecking Ball, which initially was a one-off that he did. I think it was Giant Stadium. He was playing a concert there, and then after that they were going to tear it down. So he wrote a song just for that night called Wrecking Ball, Bring On Your Wrecking Ball. And here we have an album that it became an album. Rocky Ground is good. Land of Hope and Dreams. Wow. I mean, go to YouTube, check out Land of Hope and Dreams. It's all about what this country really is about. Then we have Magic. Magic came out in 2007. Radio Nowhere. I like that one a lot. Gypsy Biker, about a guy coming back from Desert Storm or one of the Afghan. I forget. We've got so many wars going there. But the guy comes back, and it's about, they're storing his bike for him, and of course he dies, but they polish up the chrome and they get the bike ready for him. Girls in Their Summer Clothes is a great summer song, as you would imagine. Last to Die, Who'll Be the Last to Die in these wars. This was a pretty political album, but somebody's got to do it. We just can't stand by and let all this stuff happen without speaking up. In the 60s we had all kinds of protest music. If you do it now, no one will play it. And then we have The Rising from 2002. For the longest time, this was out of print, going for $300-400. But I was glad to see it come back in print as part of the second box set. Lonesome Day, Into the Fire. Let's see, we've got Counting on a Miracle, Empty Sky, Let's Be Friends, Skin to Skin. This is a really, really good album. Mary's Place, You're Missing, My City of Ruins. It's all influenced by the Twin Towers. One of his really solid albums right here. And then we have, let's see, what are we at? Now we're up to number 13, and that would be The River, double album. 1980. So many good songs on here. Hungry Heart, of course, is the one that everybody knows. Cadillac Ranch, Point Blank, The River, title track, Out in the Street. Just so many great songs. Sherry Darling. Um, can't say enough good things about The River. And then after that, we have Born in the USA. This is the one that made Bruce a household name. Mega sales, mega hits. I played it so much, it's hard for me to play now. It's hard for me to listen to, but I still love it. If there was one flaw, it would be that they should have put Pink Cadillac on here. But it shows up on the compilation album later. And I think it was on the Born in the USA promo 12-inch. They had 4 or 5 songs. After Born in the USA, we come to Nebraska, his darkest album. It's pretty much just Bruce, a guitar, and a harmonica, and some amazing songs. Johnny 99, Atlantic City, State Trooper, Open All Night. I love Open All Night. Reason to Believe. Wow. Very different than any of his other albums, but one of his best. And then we have Greetings from Asbury Park. So we are now up to, I think we're up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this is number 10. We saw this postcard and decided that's what I want for the album cover. So that's what it is. So many good songs on here. Blinded by the Light, Growing Up, Lost in the Flood, For You, Spirit in the Night, and It's Hard to Be a Saint in the City. Very, very good album. His first album, released in 1973, did not do well. But when Bruce was signed to Columbia, they thought they were signing a solo artist. And when it came time to go in the studio, he said, "No, I'm gonna have my band play." So that's what we got there. Next, we have Letter to You, his most recent album. Letter to You, double album. I just love this. It's I'll See You in My Dreams, Ghost. It's about, he's facing his mortality. People around him are dying. Old band members. He's last man standing. He's the last man in his original band that's still alive. So it got him thinking, and he wrote all these songs and got the band to go into the studio and recorded them. Very, very good album. And then we have Devils and Dust, a solo album. Excellent solo tour behind this album. We've got Long Time Coming, which I really like. Jesus Was an Only Son. All I'm Thinking About, Matamoros Banks, and Devils and Dust. Really good, solid album. And then we have another solo album, The Ghost of Tom Joad. Fantastic tour. I saw, 7 or 8 shows on this tour, I think. You've got the title track. Every song, I could say every song on here is great, but Straight Time, a guy who comes out of prison and he's trying to do the right thing, and he's finding out how difficult it is and how few opportunities and chances there are for people that have a record. And even if they want to try to do right and do straight time, it's incredibly difficult. And the song brings that across very well. Youngstown, Sinaloa Cowboys, The Line, worked a song about Border Patrol. I love the song Dry Lightning, Cross the Border. Solid, solid album. Can't say enough good things about this one. And then we have Western Stars from 2019. Wow, what a great album this was and is. I just fell in love with it right off the bat. This is a Barnes and Noble exclusive on clear and blue vinyl. Man, I loved it. I love every song on here. Sleepy Joe's Cafe is a rocker. I like that. What do we got? It's based on like Jimmy Webb type songs like Galveston and the songs that Glenn Campbell made famous, and they did such an excellent job of getting that sound across. You'd think it was late 60s, mid 60s Hollywood kind of production, but great album, fantastic album. And I will break my rule. I said I'm only going to do studio albums, but because I'm showing this, I thought I have to show this one. And this is the same album, but Bruce does it live, and he plays it in his barn on his property, which is he has set up as a kind of a little mini venue. He has a full orchestra behind him with strings and horns, and they made a film out of this and broadcast it in various theaters. I think I went to see it 3 times, and then bought I saw it on TV. They didn't. I forget, somebody was streaming it, maybe Netflix. But what a great show! Oh man, just he wasn't able to tour because of COVID. 2019, even if he had planned on touring, it wasn't going to happen. So this was done on his property, and this one came out in 2019, maybe 6-7 months after the original Western Stars, I think. But wow, what a great album! Oh, and it closes with the cover of Rhinestone Cowboy, which is not on the studio album. So go on YouTube and check out Bruce Springsteen, Rhinestone Cowboy, and just see the band or all the orchestration behind them. It's very well done. And from there we go to, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We are down to number 5, the top 5 albums. And that's going to be number 5, Darkness on the Edge of Town. Wow. Every song on here is fantastic. Badlands, Candy's Room, Something in the Night, Racing in the Streets, which I love, The Promised Land, Streets of Fire, Prove It All Night. Just wow. Number 5, Darkness on the Edge of Town. And then number 4, Bruce Springsteen, The Seeger Sessions. What a fantastic idea. He just does all these like legendary Pete Seeger songs, Pay Me My Money Down, Old Dan Tucker, Mrs. McGrath, Oh Mary, Don't You Weep, John Henry, Erie Canal. So many songs you would think, well, that's not going to work, but it works. He took this group of people on the road for this tour. There was 18 people on the stage. I saw 2 shows. I saw one in Concord Pavilion in California and the Greek Theater in LA. And I'm so glad I got to see it. It's probably my second favorite live tour that I saw. I would say my favorite tour would have been the Tunnel of Love tour. I just really, anything with the horns, I love it. So, but if you have not heard anything off this album, go to YouTube, check out a song called "Open All Night." Wow. If Open All Night from with these 18 people doesn't get you moving, nothing will. And now we come down to, let's see, number 3, Tunnel of Love. This is, everybody has to have a breakup album, and this was Bruce's. He was going through a divorce and involved with Patty. And again, this is another album that the original album was one record. When they did the reissue, they put it on 2 albums, spread them out. You're getting a much, much better sound. It's just a great pressing. So many fantastic songs on here. All the Heaven Will Allow, Spare Parts, Walk Like a Man, Two Faces, Brilliant Disguise, One Step Up, and Valentine's Day. Love this album. Love the album. Love the tour. And that gets us down to the number 2 and number 1. And if you've been paying attention, you can probably figure out which 2 are coming up, but in what order. Number 2, Born to Run. Wow. Every song is fantastic. And my all-time favorite Springsteen song is Jungle Land, and that's on here. And I saw, 35, 38 shows in my life of live Springsteen shows. And I only ever saw him do Jungle Land once, and that was in '99. We went back to, my wife and I went back to New Jersey to see I think he did 12 nights in a row there, or not in a row, but over the stay. And we saw 4 of those shows, and at one of them he did Jungle Land. It was the only time I've ever seen him do it. So many good songs. 10th Avenue, Freeze Out, She's the One, Thunder Road. Wow, just great album. Got a button on his guitar strap here of Elvis Presley. And what an iconic cover with the big man, Clarence Clemens, who we lost, I think, 10 years ago. This doesn't seem possible. But that's number 2, which means number 1 for me, my all-time favorite album of Bruce Springsteen, The Wild, The Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle. It's a little different mix of people. He's got David Sanchez on this album and Vinnie Mad Dog Lopez. So we don't have Max Weinberg yet. And we don't have, let's see. I'm spacing on who was missing here. But, we got Gary Taylor. Oh, it's Roy Bittan, the professor. He's gone. He's not in here. Let's see. My favorite songs. The E Street Shuffle. 4th of July, Asbury Park, Sandy. Kitty's Back. Incident on 57th Street. Rosalita, Come Out Tonight. Our dog, Rosie, is named after that song. And New York City Serenade. Some of these songs almost have a jazzy feel to them, and I love it. I just love it. So those are my ranking of Bruce's studio albums. I hope you enjoyed watching them, and if you agree, give me a thumbs up. If you don't agree, let me know why. Leave me some comments. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you watching, and everyone who's subscribed to my channel. That keeps me going, so thank you for doing so. And until next time, ciao.